Hey Siri, what is the Waste of Time podcast?
The Waste of Time podcast is an independently recorded podcast that covers a wide range of topics, hosted by Let's Talk Cars host Oliver Giles.
Hello, welcome back to the Waste of Time podcast. This is episode number 10. Kind of a, special celebration. Anyway, I'm back here again with Ben Rose. Say hello, Ben.
Who else could it be but Ben Rose?
You are the only
Hi,
guest we've had
I'm
on this
back
podcast
with
so
Oliver
far,
Giles.
so yeah.
Am I still a guest?
No, okay, you're at this point, I think I've been classifying you as on the Instagram updates as co-host anyway, so you're a co-host, yeah. Anyway, also,
yeah.
I've also just started my Mixer live stream, if that's going. I can't actually tell if that's going or not. That might not actually be going at all because I've got really shitty internet right now. Anyways, episode number 10. Honestly, I assumed we were going to do this for like 3 episodes and then stop because we were going to get bored of it, but no, it's actually been a lot of fun. Again, we're going, alright, so, yeah, so life in lockdown. Last time, this thing took about, 30 minutes to complete. It doesn't, we don't really have a lot this time for this one. So, general topics, Corona's back.
Yeah.
Ben, you wrote that. You want to talk about that one?
Know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, just a little side note, I started writing for the podcast, a minute before we actually started the call. But,
Yeah, this one, normally, pretty much, again, I think I talked about this before, but now we're instead of creating a whole new set of slides each week, we're just working off a template that I copy each week, right, and modify to fit the theme or the needs of the podcast each week, right? Normally I'll create it if you record this normally on Thursday, so normally I'll create it on Saturday or Sunday. This one I created on Tuesday, and I've actually paid zero attention to this one for some reason. I've been busy doing other stuff. But yeah.
It's episode 10, right?
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Corona's back apparently. Well, yeah, it is. But Ben, what do you want to talk about it? What do you want to say about it?
It's been resurging in California,
yes,
in
it
the
has.
United States, and in San Francisco. So
hello, Southern California.
Saw 69% rise. Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking at you, SoCal. Beaches crowded. Hello. Yeah.
Huntington Beach. Let's go, boys.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so this is an issue, at least for me. It's just existential dread and anxiety. So, fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
as well, I've actually been, I actually had a call with one of the organizers at my college just to talk about, what classes you can be like, right? And, I actually, because they said, they've actually had to structure the whole thing around coronavirus stuff, so it's gonna be interesting. I'll actually get into that, I think, in my personal topic in a few minutes. But, Ben, you have
you felt the effects of the resurgence, at least?
in terms of stuff, in terms of, me personally, as of right now, no. But in terms of planning for my college stuff like that, in terms of planning over the next few months, yeah, plans have had to be changed because of we've known that there's gonna be a second wave coming for a while now, but now we're actually seeing it start to begin this early when the first wave hasn't really died down yet.
It's not a second wave. It's still the first
yeah,
wave.
it's you're right. It's more of it's just continuation. Yeah, but there's probably gonna be a second bigger I guess boom of coronavirus in October area, as we've been predicting for a while now. Anyway, Ben, you have yearbooking, going back to school, and challenges of boredom on your slide.
Yes, so so last year, if you go to my school, SHC, that was a travesty, national travesty. I was only in the yearbook once, and it was my picture that everyone has to be in. So this year I was like, hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make sure I'm in the yearbook.
Wait, Ben?
I'm going to recruit.
Is this the whole thing on our group chat that you're talking to your friend saying don't spoil it? Is that what this is?
He spoiled the yearbook. Anyways, I've been told that the yearbook is back, and I'm in it more than once. So I'm really happy with that. I'm ecstatic actually that my hard work paid off. But that means in order to get the yearbook, I need to go back to school. And last time I went back to school, I thought it would be the last time.
You can't get it sent to you?
No, they don't send it to you. You have to go pick it up.
Also, I think we talked about your last time back. I think we talked about your last time back in school. Was it episode 5? I think we talked about your last experience at school, something like that. Yeah. Oof.
It was surreal. And I don't know what's gonna happen this time. So we'll see.
I've already talked about my yearbook on this podcast before, which is just less about that, but better. Yeah.
Next week we'll have a yearbook review. Mark my words.
Cool.
And challenges of boredom. So every Wednesday I have that job thing, right?
The internship, the almost $2,000 stipend for 2 hours of work a week thing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I have my they're just paying me. It's cool. So I have like other stuff that I do. Like my dad and I went on a drive. We drove to Stanford and then UCB. Actually, you know what? I think we'll talk about that. That'll be on my side.
I was at Stanford. I was in the Stanford area yesterday I went to Stanford, I guess, hospital for an eye thing, for an eye exam, like I always do every year.
The hospital is so cool. I want to work there.
I know, but I went to a place because I was actually seeing it. Up until I turned 18, I was at the Stanford Children's Hospital thing, right? Which is, it says children, but it means anyone up until the age of 18. And so I got transferred to this to a new one, which is, it's still Stanford Hospital branch, but they were not I guess they're more of an eye surgery. They're not really eye exam, but they got the job done. Like because I want to get my prescription checked before I go off to college because I want to get some new lenses and stuff like that.
For sure.
Anyway, I have
I'm bored.
Yeah, you're bored.
So I've been sitting down inside playing Animal Crossing all day and talking to Irvine peeps in our Discord server, which is really cool. And then like talking to my old school, high school friends too, and talking to Oliver sometimes, and talking to people in our group chat sometimes.
Our group chat is three people,
but it's
three
like,
people.
Is there anything better? Is there anything more to life than Animal Crossing? Is the question. And I think I answered that like maybe, right? I've taken up cooking. I have a lot of lemons. Oh my god, I got so many lemons. Oh, dude, I should actually tell it. Okay, so this weekend we went to my grandparents' house because my mom wanted to see my grandparents, which I didn't think was a good idea, but she was going anyway, so who could stop me? So we went. They unloaded a crap ton of Mexican food on us. I cooked a meal for one of my friends and her family, and because she didn't like cactus, or she didn't know what cactus, like how it tasted. So I'm like, all right, you're gonna have a taco. So we did that, and also we brought home like a giant box of lemons. So I made lemonade, lemon curd, lemon fucking.
Dude, lemon curd is the shit. Dude, lemon curd is good.
It's the bomb. I learned it from Oliver's mom. If you're watching this, your lemon curd is very good, and I learned how to make lemon curd from you. So thank you very much.
Nice.
And that's all I have for boredom.
I have to talk about baseball because I like baseball. It's the only, as I said before, it's the only sport I actually follow. But I think we've talked about in this podcast before. Like, it's been back and forth. Like, there's been so many different like agreements between the players' union, like players and the commissioner of baseball, like going back and forth the last few months. But finally agreed that's going to start in. I think like sometime like mid-July-ish, and going to go like regular season. It's going to be.
Training, right?
Yeah, it's spring training is gonna be, I think, soonish. Yeah, but like it's gonna be 60 games total. And Ben, I think last time we brought it up, like we discussed like how like there was like like minimize travel. Well, each team's like, so the Giants are in the National League West, so they're gonna be playing mostly National League and American League West division teams. So that's pretty much the A's, Diamondbacks. It's like pretty much like all 5 California teams, like and Diamondbacks, and a few times in Texas. So, so they're trying to do this like that. Each team does not have to travel that far out of state if possible, which is good. They've also taken a bunch of other precautions as well, such as the pitcher may no longer spit on the baseball to add grip, which if you're not really familiar with baseball might sound a bit weird to begin with. But a bunch of other stuff.
Well,
also, I think it's like
if they'll follow that rule. That's the problem. Like, who knows? How do they follow the rules, right?
Yeah.
Like, we can't be sure.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like again, like games will probably be all televised as well, like normal. And like I think it's like
they definitely will. I mean, I don't think anyone's coming into the stands.
No, of course not. No. But like also, I was gonna say like normally they go through a couple dozen baseballs a game. But now, if the baseball touches anyone else apart, if the ball is hit or put in play, it has to be replaced. So it's gonna be a lot. But to be fair, baseballs cost roughly 5 cents to make or something like that. So it's Anyway, I'm happy that baseball is back. I'll get to watch the playoffs when I'm in college, which will be interesting. Also, what's really funny is so I think it's like my family doesn't actually have like cable TV or anything like that. It's like we watch baseball on Hulu Live Sports, which is it's like you can get Hulu Live Sports for the area that you live in, for the state that you live in, right? However, Ashland, Oregon, where I'm going to college, is so close to California that when I was actually there, I actually went to I actually spent a week at the college I'm going to last summer to do a workshop there. I was actually able to watch Giants baseball because it was that close to California on ''𝑘𝙤𝙤 Sports. This is pretty funny.
Are you gonna stay a Giants? Are you once a Giants fan, always a Giants fan?
I mean, also the fact that there's actually no baseball team in Oregon at all. So yeah, probably.
To the Mariners.
That's Seattle, but yeah.
Yeah, but they're close. Right?
That's true.
Like Seattle.
I think I'm probably always gonna be a Giants fan.
Seattle
All right.
is Oregon. They're the same country.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, let's move on to the Wildman Oliver update. Ben, you got anything else to say about that, or is it just moving on now?
Yep. To say about Wildman Oliver, no, I enjoy these.
All right,
so these updates. This is like the first time I hear about this too. So.
Yeah. So okay, Wildman Oliver. I've actually been out in the tent every single night. It's been very hot out there. My hair, if you guys don't know, I've got very, very, very long hair, and often pretty curly hair, pretty curly. And when it gets hot out or humid, it just tends to get really weird and uncomfortable. But I brush my hair and take showers and stuff like that. So of course I keep good hygiene with my hair. But the fact that it gets so hot in the tent every morning, I wake up and my hair's all like matted and weird sometimes. But oh well. Apart from that, it's actually been like 50-something degrees out the last few mornings because it's been very, very cool. Because it's been raining kind of on and off. It's been kind of like on and off showers every night, which is nice. Although normally, I normally like rely on the heat because normally like around 9:30 in the morning, it's enough to heat. It's hot enough to wake me up. But the last few days, I've been waking up at like 11 or like 10:30 because of how like I guess cool it is. Yeah.
It's whack. That's very whack.
Yeah.
Oliver.
But apart from that, it's been good. It's been good.
Like
I vacuumed the tent again recently. But yeah, it's been fun.
Do you like get sand in it or something?
I keep my because my shoes are not like it's like because since it rains outside, I don't really want to keep my shoes outside, so I keep my shoes in the tent. So I get dirt in there occasionally.
All right, I get you.
Yeah. Anyway, that's about that. Yeah, that's about it on that one. Nothing much else to report there. Moving on to viewer mail.
You know what time of the Waste of Time podcast that is. We're gonna waste your time and ours with viewer mail.
So last time I believe we did this was the sausage side achievements thing. That was the last one we did, right? We didn't have them last week, right?
Yeah. It was the same guy that sent this to us.
This was, yeah, and this time it was much. Ben, do you have his email on file again? If you want to read that out, or do you?
Oh, I'm looking. Hold up.
All right.
You sent it to like me. Oh, here we go. I got it. I'm actually surprised. Okay, so our anonymous viewer writes, I'm actually surprised you guys did the achievement thing. It was awesome to hear. Anyway, I have a less offensive suggest for episode 10. Thank you very much, whoever messaged this. You guys should do 3 mini worst airport stories each. 1 for worst baggage check experience, 1 for the worst security experience, and 1 for the worst airport experience. Again, thanks for coverage of my previous topic. So,
also less spelling errors this time, which is always nice. It's always much easier to read that when it's not spelled ridiculously and there's actual proper kerning and spacing this time. Good. Because last time he used some weird, like, jammed together font. Do you remember that? He used, like, a font that the kerning was very, very weird. I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't, like, Arial 12 point, whatever it was. It was something ridiculous. Anyway. Ben, do you want to start or should I start?
No, you should start. Because
okay,
I have, like, the best story.
I can imagine, like, the bad baggage claim. I've actually never had a bad baggage claim experience, unless you count, like, being stuck there for, like, a while waiting for my bag to show up. Baggage check though, there's the most. Oh boy. There's I think I've mentioned this to you before, Ben. On the way back from Nifty Convention, which was in February, I believe, of 2019. It was in the Dallas. Love Field Airport, right?
Oh, I love that airport.
Yeah, the one that logo is definitely not a smash ball. Yep, that thing. Anyway, it's a good airport. It's good, it's small. It's definitely not as annoying as Fort Worth. Dallas Fort Worth airport is a tad bit annoying sometimes. Anyway, as I was saying, I was there. So there was like, this is not really the airport of all. It's just I guess the one person was. I don't want to say passive aggressive, but like again, like I don't think it's like whenever I fly, I pretty much always fly Southwest when I'm flying inside the U.S. Because normally it's pretty short distance flights. But anyway, this time I flew to Southwest, but like normally with Southwest you get like free carry on and stuff like that. So I don't normally check bags. This time I was, however, I've not checked a bag from myself for at least like 2 years, so I was kind of out of practice with it. Anyway, okay, here's my ticket. I've signed the ticket. Put my phone number in the bag that it doesn't get lost, that type of stuff. The person was like, "What's your name?" I'm like, "What's on the ticket?" She's like, "I can't read that." It was printed very, very clearly. I had to rewrite my name and phone number for her 3 different times. And then she's like, "Have a nice day." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" It's like, I've not slept in like 30-something hours. Because I'm like, it's my last night Nifty convention. I'm going to stay up all night, whatever. And you've asked me, I've spent now 15 minutes here rewriting my phone number and my name and I guess also my email as well and the thing, just on my lost baggage like multiple times just to make sure it doesn't get lost. No. I'm not going to have a nice day. I'm going to have a very annoyed morning. That was my baggage check experience. Baggage claim, I don't have anything that's gone wrong. Baggage claim apart from like I said before, like waiting for my bag. All right, Ben, what do you got for baggage claim or baggage check?
Okay, so one time my family and I were in Hawaii, and being the anxious person that I am, I always like to go ahead of everyone and get our bags first.
Yeah.
So here's what happened. I was in the Hawaii airport, which is on Maui, on Kahului. I think it's OGG is the call sign. And actually 2 white people were fight like the whitest white people. You got the Hawaiian
like Nebraskan white people or what?
Nebraskan white people.
There you go.
Like full on Karens were fighting over a suitcase. They were like, "That's my suitcase." "No, it's my suitcase."
Oh my God.
And guess whose fucking suitcase it was?
Neither of theirs?
It wasn't either of theirs. It was mine.
Yep.
Fighting over. I said, "Look at the fucking tag." I looked at the tag. Well, actually, no, it was Meek. I was like, "Can you guys, I think that's mine. Here, let me show you. I have a tag." They're like, "Oh, okay." And they stopped fucking fighting. They almost came to blows over my goddamn, my bag. They almost stole my bag.
This is what, honestly, this is what most people think America is like, and they're absolutely right. Most of America is just this. But also, anyway, Ben, actually, you brought up a very interesting thing about the call sign. I should probably, honestly, I think I've asked Eric this before, because Eric, back in middle school, was in 5th grade, he was the planes guy. He knew all about planes and stuff like that, but I forgot the answer. I'm going to ask you, how do airports do the call sign? How do they decide the call sign? Some places make sense and others don't.
Normally it's either based off of they dedicate it to a person, like OGG was dedicated to a major,
right?
Office or something, and or they do it based off of the city, like LAX.
Yeah.
SFO,
It's like
right?
it's like SJC, San Jose, yeah. SFOs. That makes sense. But honestly, I think maybe next time we should do I think next time, because it'll probably take time to research this. But there are probably some ones that don't match anything at all. Probably some I don't even think it probably has to have a call. Even small 2 runway very small airports have to have some sort of call sign. I probably guarantee that at some point. But for instance, Monterey has an airport, but they've got Southwest, I think, or JetBlue flies into there. I don't even know if that's actually true, but I think Southwest flies in there. But that's only it's only Monterey to LAX. They don't fly anywhere else from Monterey in terms of commercial. It's normally just private or it's private or just flying food into there, right? Yeah. So if it's a 2 runway, very small airport, that probably has a call sign too.
Just a
what?
I got a little thing for you.
Yep.
Oliver, hold up. Your audio is not coming through. Your audio is not coming through. Could you?
Can you not hear me, Ben? All right, we're gonna resolve this issue. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Anyway, also in the break, my live stream also crashed. If that's any consolation. Ben, can you hear me?
I think that's what it is. Yeah, I can definitely hear you.
Cool. Also, when I was trying to invite you to the new Zoom call, right? So fun fact: a few years ago, my mom accidentally imported all of her contacts into my library, right? So I ended up sending an invite to someone named Henry Bertman. I don't know who that is.
What if you joined?
Oh no, I mean I was saying from my iPad. Also, it was a non-iPhone, so it wouldn't have gone. But still, anyway, we're talking about bad airport experiences. We're talking about call signs, like. So I was saying, like even like small airports, like Monterey, probably have to have a call sign. Even like small, like 2-runway airports.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Every single one does. Yeah,
anyway, but like, also at some point, there can only be so many combinations of like, what is it, three letters, right? And with all the airports just inside the U.S., eventually you're gonna end up with something that's completely stupid that makes no sense for one of them. Anyway,
PEN.
Yeah. Anyway, Ben. So for. Ben, so for security storage, do you want to go first for this one?
Yeah, so this is actually just a story about customs and border enforcement.
I'll count customs and security as the same thing, as long as it's your story, yeah.
I was coming back from Mexico with my brother, and essentially, so what happened was we were going through United States Customs at SFO Airport, and so I was bringing back a thing of mustard, like a giant thing of mustard, like a bag full of mustard packets. And I was like, hey, I have something to declare. I have mustard. Is that okay to bring? And he said, lick the mustard off of your brother's feet, and then we'll talk about it. I'm like, dude.
What the What?
I was fucking 14 years old, and this dude asked me to lick my
mustard
off my brother's
8th grade or
feet.
Or 9th grade for you?
That's creepy. Okay, maybe not. No. I was 15. It was between sophomore and junior year.
Oh, okay.
It was very not scary. It was just like what?
Uncomfortable.
The fuck, man?
Uncomfortable.
Creepy ass bitch. And like he had the authority to do that because of course he had the authority to do that. But that was like ass.
Yeah.
Like don't fucking do that. That's creepy as fuck.
I'm trying to think. Like,
so yeah, he kind of creeped me out. a little bit.
That's really weird, and just what the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Did he say like just joking about like did he sound like he was joking or was he being like dead serious about it?
He was being dead serious in a way that he was joking.
You know? Oh, okay. So he was being like overly serious then, all right.
But that's still don't fucking.
That's really that's very weird. All right, so for me. I'm also gonna do like security stories. I feel like I've got a couple. So, coming back from New York in the summer of 2018. Sorry, coming back from Boston. Like, we have this cool newfangled security system, some bullshit, blah 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 blah. And by new, I mean they got it installed. Like they got it operational a couple weeks before I was at that airport. It was.
Oh boy.
I went through several times. Now I've actually had like. I have this bag that it's like a cursed bag or something like that. It's okay, obviously not a cursed bag, but it's something that's very weird because like every single time I go to take it through an airport, I get pulled for a different reason. That time it was because I had one crumb of a granola bar in it. Also, I had to go through. I had to go through each time, like 3 different times. It kept going beep beep beep. It was the metal zipper on my jacket. Normally they don't pick that up, or even if they do, they don't want to say, okay, that's a zipper, don't bother. But apparently not.
Very advanced, though.
Also,
wait, no, you're supposed to put your jacket in the bins.
No, I actually asked them. They said I didn't have to. I actually asked the person because like I saw some people weren't. So I actually said, hey, do I have to still do that? They're like, no, it's fine.
That's the worst part, that they keep you back until you don't need to fix the issue.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Also, another one I've got is when I went to England. This is just more the British customs. I was standing in line for I think it was something like an hour and 45 minutes. This is also 2018 when I went in November.
British.
Yeah. When I flew into, I think it was when I was in Heathrow Airport when I was going on the way in. Also, I know this is about bad airport experiences. I actually want to quickly share my best ever customs experience. It was in Turks and Caicos in the Caribbean, and it was awesome. But have I told you about this? Have I told you about my 5-minute customs experience? So Turks and Caicos in the Caribbean. It was a very small, I guess, island chain. I think the island I went to is the big one called Provo, I think. Anyway, it is a tiny little airport. First time I actually went there was in 2014, and there was no air conditioning to go past customs. It was terrible back then because it was still under construction. When I went in 20, also 2018. I went a lot of places in 2018, to be honest, I think. Okay, anyway, well, when I went also in 2018...
World traveler.
Yep. Anyway, when I went in 2018, right, they fixed all that. It was nice. It was still a small airport, but they had air conditioning. It was nice, right? Anyway, so we got to it was like we landed at like 6:30 at night, something like that, and we got to finally get a car, drive to the hotel, stuff like that. Because we were staying in a hotel for the first time, then staying in the villa for like I think it was the other 7 nights we were there. Anyway, we got the secure customs line. They put us in the diplomatic line. I don't understand why they did this. It took us 3 minutes to get through customs. That was it. We got out, got a car, we got to the hotel within an hour. It was absolutely amazing.
Wow.
Just also, like, we got to the hotel in time to actually unpack in the room because we were actually meeting my family from my dad's side of the family from England there. So it's like so we actually met some of the family. We actually went down to a restaurant to get some dinner. And by dinner I mean we got a meal. We got like a side. We got like an appetizer of conch fritters and like some drinks at I got like a virgin pina colada at like 11:30 at night. Anyway. But yeah, I put in the diplomatic line. I don't know why.
Virgin pina colada.
I was 16 at the time, so yeah.
Well, now it's had sex before pina colada. I don't know.
Ben, you need to stop. That's not even. That's not.
I
even,
know.
There's good. There's so bad it's good. There's bad. That was just bad.
That was probably the worst thing I've ever said.
I can think of worse. I can't say them on this podcast. I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. No, it's nothing like that.
At least that was funny.
Yeah.
At least the ones worse than those are funny.
Anyway.
Anyway,
so yeah.
Apologize, viewers.
Ben, do you want to go again for the final one, which is the airport or airport terminal experience?
Okay, so I normally love airports and air terminals, and
Same.
I kind of want to reserve this spot for the coolest ones I've ever seen. But like, I can't not talk about this. So one time, my family went to SFO, and they're normally very peachy there. Oh no, wait. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna switch that up. I'm gonna talk about Cleveland.
Ooh.
So Cleveland as a city is very depressing.
Yeah.
Like, it is one of the most depressing cities I've ever been to. It made me really I went there, and it was so sad. That
Ben, was this last year? Were you looking at colleges?
This was this year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at colleges, and it made me Valentine's Day that weekend. I went to a
hastily made Cleveland tourism video.
Really, it was exactly like that tourism video. It was really sad. There was nobody in downtown. It was so dead. I could not see myself living there, and I was so sad. I'm like, is this going to be my future? But anyways, their airport. So you step off the plane, and you think, oh wow, what a nice-looking airport with some really nice people. And you step off the plane, and you realize, oh shit, nobody else is here. Because flights don't come in for a really, the last flight gets in there at 8, and then your flight gets in at 8:30. So,
wow.
It's kind of weird. And then, once you get in there, you realize that the nearest bathroom is 5 gates away, and you have to walk 5 whole ass gates.
That's not that bad. That's
but once you get to it's not that bad if the gates weren't 100 feet apart. So
still 500 feet.
You have to essentially walk like a football field, and 2 football fields basically. It's quite a lot. It was whack. And then you get out, and the exit into Cleveland is welcome to Cleveland, come on down to the metro, and you get on the metro stop, and it smells like piss. And then you got people asking you for money, which obviously that's fine.
That's a lot of major cities, yeah.
In the airport, it was cold and shit. It was
air
wet,
conditioning,
it was
but
stuff. Yeah. But then once you're going back, you see it from the outside, and it looks like, how in Fortnite.
No.
The old. I have to say this. All right, in Fortnite, the old the Dusty Divot. There were little hangars over there. That's what it looked like. It looks like a hangar you would find in a video game, as an evil lair of some people. It is probably one of the worst designed airports. When you go in, the ceiling is 3 feet high in the security line. It is nothing.
No matter how bad it looks, I guarantee it does not look any worse than Globe Life Stadium. I'll put a picture of that here if I remember. Ben, on your own screen, Ben. Google Globe Life Stadium. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's the new one. It's the new Texas Rangers ballpark. It's horrible. It's really bad. Anyway.
I'll look.
Okay. Also, on a similar note, like I could easily talk about. So there's actually two candidates, I guess, for my worst airport terminal experience.
Holy shit, that is ugly.
It looks like some sort of food container. Yeah.
It literally. What is half? Is half of that stadium for football and half for baseball or something?
They don't really do that anymore. They used to do that a lot with a lot of different stadiums. I don't even know anymore. But anyway,
Twitter compares it to abandoned warehouse.
It's horrible. Yeah, it's disgusting. Like Ben, also Google Globe Life Park. That's where they used to play up until last year. That's a much nicer stadium. It's gone now, I think. But anyway, as I was saying, I have two main candidates, I think, for my worst ever airport experience. One of them is Burbank, because fuck Burbank Airport, to be honest. That place is horrible. Their baggage claim is outside. It's not good. And the only food there's like Panda Express or freaking Guy Fieri's Burger Shack mac and cheese, $15 for a cup of mac.
Okay, how do you not like Panda Express though?
It's not very good food.
It's not high quality Chinese food.
No, it's not.
It's good in a pinch.
Yeah, I mean, if it's that or nothing, I'll have that. But yeah. Anyway, but I think my worst, because I've for some reason in 2018 I got stuck in the same airport like 3 times. By stuck I mean delayed in LAX Southwest Terminal 3 times. In Southwest, oh my god, have you ever been to LAX Southwest area? It's like 11 gates of bullshit. Half the only plugs available. It's like so pretty much okay. So the first time I was actually ever been there was again here it is again same. I think I brought this up earlier with the Dallas Texas with the Blufffield story. Anyway, Nifty convention right on the way back from Nifty convention. I was at Nifty convention for like 4 days in Texas. My parents took the opportunity to go to Cabo for the long weekend, right? And then we were going to meet in LAX and then fly back together. Anyway, I get to LAX. I had not slept for over 30 hours. My flight's delayed for a grand total of 10 hours. I don't want to go to sleep in LAX because no thanks. Also, on top of that, like the plugs, this is a very much a first world problem, but I'm going to complain about it anyway. The phone plugs... half of them don't work. Half of the phone plugs don't work. None of the ones at my gate work, and all the ones are constantly being used. I was so tired I had to honestly, I walked 3.5 miles in like 3 hours in that airport, up and down, because I was so bored. Because I was bad. I not slept for at some point 35 hours. So if I sat down, I was gonna fall asleep. I didn't want to do that.
Did you not have caffeine or quick access to cocaine or something?
No, I did. I bought. I got some tea. I got some Earl Grey tea when I was there, that's what I got. That's what I needed. They were also. I was in an airport at one point in time that still sold the old version of Four Loko, the one that had both alcohol and caffeine in it.
Did you get it?
No, it had alcohol. I'm not actually legally allowed to buy that there. I can drink in most countries that are not America now, I think. Because I'm 18.
Same. So, I think the viewer, he wanted us to do bad airport experience, but I would like to make this a little bit positive. I'd like to talk about
I did one good one. Experience.
I have, God damn it.
Also, by the way, Ben, before you say anything, right? Quick shout out to anyone who thinks Chicago O'Hare is confusing, but then, what is a map? All right, Ben, go on.
Same with Atlanta.
Exactly, yeah.
These people.
Oh, dude, Atlanta is awesome. They've got museum exhibits kind of things in Atlanta airport. That place is so cool.
Because it's the biggest.
They've got statues and they've got the Atlanta airport. I went there when I went to a climate change conference last year. It was.
And you saw
awesome.
the train.
What? What?
I would imagine. And you saw a
I went to the climate change conference that was led by Al Gore, which is actually pretty cool. I went to the Coke Museum as well. Anyway, but yeah, the Atlanta airport, they have like statues. They got like a walking garden kind of thing in there. It's awesome. Like, it's actually a joy to walk to the airport. It's up there. I think one of the most bland and plain ones I've ever been to would probably be Denver.
Oh, I love Denver Airport.
It's very simple.
I love it. It's very, yeah, it's simple, but it's like functional. It gets me where I need to go.
It's also very divided into sections as well. Anyway, Ben, for positive airport,
other airport I really like.
Yeah.
So the most positive airport experience I've ever had was in Portland, Oregon. So Portland, Oregon has one of the best airports that I've ever been to. It looks like a courtroom. Like, it's kind of weird. You know, like, it's weird, but it's cool because they have like really nice restaurants in there. They it's like they're very focused on like what the consumer, the individual consumer wants in that airport, and their baggage claim is very lax. Like, they'll let you have like four ounces of stuff instead of 3 ounces, or like their workers are very nice. They're very like, it's awesome. Same with Orlando Airport, because like Orlando Airport has these really cool like trains that take you in between different places.
So does
Dulles
Denver.
Airport is ass. So does Atlanta, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it does. It's very, very spread out. Have you ever been to Sky Harbor?
Oliver?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever been to Sky Harbor? In Phoenix, isn't it?
Where's that?
The Phoenix, Arizona thing?
Oh, no, I've never been.
I've not been there, but it's supposed to be really, really fucking horrible. Anyway, let's move on from that segment. Anyway, Ben, moving on to Ben Slides, the weekly Fuck 12.
And coming at you live from San Francisco, this is your weekly Fuck 12. That's right, weekly Fuck 12, where we break down some of the shittiest things that the cops did this week.
Welcome back to the weekly Fuck 12, everybody. So today we're going to be talking about the police. You know, they've been very naughty. They've been very bad. The police recently have been exposed in Milwaukee for running a child sex ring, or at least not doing anything about it when told by multiple people that men.
I wasn't aware of this. I'd actually not heard about this one.
Yeah. So in Milwaukee, the residents of the poorest neighborhood in Milwaukee said that a lot of young girls are being sex trafficked, and they told the police. The police went into the house, and they did a very, like, a 2-second search or so, and then fucking left. And then the people went in and got out those people and basically made a citizen's arrest and brought them to the police.
Good.
And it was then discovered that they had been running an underground, like a literal, like, sex trafficking.
Oh
from
my
poor
God.
neighborhoods to richer neighborhoods.
That's really fucked
Horrible.
up.
And the police did nothing. So then the question is, who do you protect? Because it's obviously not the people, especially not in Milwaukee.
America used to be great, but those days are long fucking gone. If this ain't proof, I don't know what is.
So, maybe there aren't good cops. I don't know. And that's again, weekly Fuck 12, fuck the cops. The police have been assholes. The protests have been still met with violence, and the police themselves are just kind of dicks, like a lot.
Yeah.
You know, maybe stop. You know.
Yeah. Like, do your actual fucking job and don't be a dick.
Well, it seems like maybe their actual job
is just to be fucking I get your point. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense, to be honest.
This has been your weekly Fuck 12.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
That's actually I think the quickest one we've done in a while for the police related media news.
There's a lot more, but I don't really want to get super pissed tonight, and I don't want to bring everyone down. So let's talk about some other cool stuff. Let's talk about politics. Wow. So today, there's been so many developments. There have been so many great developments. Okay, so here's how it goes. Kentucky, the Senate primary. Some dudes are running against Mitch McConnell. So their names are Amy McGrath, who was a centrist Democrat, and Charles.
We mentioned her.
Very, very progressive.
We mentioned this last week, didn't we?
Yeah, go ahead.
As well.
Yeah, and you know who won? I mean, you know who looks like he's going to win?
Yep.
Charles Booker, Like Amy McGrath had like $30 million. Charles Booker's had like 1.5 million, and he won, or he's close to winning. Also in New York, middle school teacher Jamal Bowman unsat 16-term House of Representatives member Eliot Engel, who, by the way, kind of looks like Mitch McConnell light. Like, he kind of does. Oliver, look up Eliot Engel, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
I'll put a picture of him here.
He unseated an incumbent. He was
yep. I see what you're talking about, Ben. Yep.
He unseated an incumbent, and like seriously, it's a big improvement because Eliot Engel voted with the Republicans. Also in New York, Montere Jones, he succeeded somebody else, and Bernie Sanders also got enough votes to become the Democratic, not the nominee, but like influence the platform. Yeah. Which is very good for like Bernie supporters such as myself. So progressives have been winning and winning and winning. And it seems like also AOC won her seat with 69.69% of the vote. Nice. And it's, like progressives have been winning, and it's very happy. This is actually some happy news in this time.
That's good.
We're actually seeing some change. It's great. And
that's actually a very good contrast to what we've got coming up later on in the show for tonight, which is very unhappy news.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
It's very sad. So, before we move on,
we've got a Patreon.
That next thing. So, every single show, guys, it's a 1-minute thing. We're gonna promote this every time. Make sure to never check out our Patreon.
And do not donate to this.
Do not subscribe. We don't want you here. We literally just do this for the joke, all right?
Yeah, again,
that's the only reason we're here.
If you donate, that's fine, but the money is not good at making the podcast better. We're not going to get any better recording equipment. The money goes straight into our bank accounts for gaming stuff.
It's really stupid.
It's just fucking dumb, all right? So
save your money.
Yeah, do not.
But hey.
Yeah, do not sponsor our Patreon, but if you want to, that's fine.
If you choose to waste your money on my Switch, Oliver, go ahead and tell them what they get.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So, also, Ben,
the choice is yours.
Since you got, I think now it's just called the gaming fund because you already got your Switch. I think I think it's gonna go just like it's a split between you and me for my Xbox, the Series X, which is actually it's only gonna be like $438, so not actually that bad, but still.
If you guys want to fund my grad school, that counts as gaming.
Also, speaking of grad stuff, where I live in Watsonville tomorrow, which is a Friday, it'll all be like. It's kind of relevant because it's already gonna be over by the time this thing comes out. But Togo's. So in order of like I guess fast food sandwiches, right? Goes Subway, Jersey Mike's, Togo's, what the Middle East of the U.S. has. Anyway, it's like that. Jimmy John's is like it's like Jersey Mike's is like the Jersey Mike's of Mighty Fine Hamburgers. Anyway, I'm saying like in Watsonville where I live, right in Watsonville, California. If all you have to do is if you're a high school graduate this year, all you gotta do is bring your school ID and you get a free sub. It's cool.
Wait, is it only in Watsonville?
Yep, because Santa Cruz County. Any Togo's location in Santa Cruz County because it's Santa Cruz County schools.
Fuck Togo's. I want to have a free sandwich.
Anyway, as I said before, we got a Patreon. Now, time to move on to. Well, speaking of sandwiches, even though we just listed a bunch of major chains, small businesses. That's a great segue. I nailed it.
East Corona. Even though we talked about the largest corporations that are different chains and the opposite of small businesses,
yeah.
Let's talk about small businesses. The life.
Also, Ben, do you want to read what you added to the slide? Because I don't understand what you.
Yeah. Also, fireworks.
Let's move on. Okay, let's move on to the main segment here, which is the how is coronavirus affecting small businesses. Now, in the place where I live in Watsonville, Monterey County, Santa Cruz County, California, several places have been forced to shut their doors permanently. And like none of these are really chains, but like small restaurants, like Pier 1. There's a bar and a restaurant down there.
Imports?
Pier 1 down in I don't really know. It was like kind of like a little like souvenir knick-knack shop that's gone. down in Santa Cruz.
It's not. It wasn't Little Oliver. Pier 1 is a chain.
That's true. I mean, like, yeah, but like,
chain.
but one's around here. One around here is shut down. Yeah, around here.
Okay.
Anyway, there's also Burger almost shut down, but Burger's staying open, which thank goodness. That's like they're staying open, which is good.
I love that place.
It's a good, great burger. But yeah, they're closed temporarily, but they're gonna be reopening eventually. They're not going away, which is nice.
Thankfully.
However, there's a couple bar there's a bar and grill that closed down. They've been advertising at my local movie theater for years, and they've just suddenly decided to close down because the coronavirus are gone. There's a couple of bars around here that have closed down permanently. Again, like small things that normally, I think it was like back when coronavirus first started, there was this whole thing, like I think it was like fairly early on in the news about how like I think the people most affected by this probably be like in terms of like business shutdowns probably be the small restaurants, like non-chain restaurants, and it's probably true in terms of like it wasn't going to be closed. Anyway, also there's one that we've talked about in San Francisco, but Ben, you want to talk about the one in San Francisco that we both know very well? Sadly, it closed down.
Oliver and I, we went. Can we say the name now? Like,
I mean, it's our old school's gone too. It had nothing to do with the coronavirus though. But
oh my gosh! So
Laurel School's gone.
It doesn't count as a business, but our old school, the Laurel School, shut down for good.
It had been operational for like Laurel School over 50 years, and now it's just gone. That sucks.
It's because Father Illo. It's because this stupid fucking Father Illo. I know someone who goes to Star or who went to Star, and they know Father Illo. And this fucking
we mentioned him in like episode 2, I think, as well.
Raised the fucking rent. I hate Father Illo.
Well, also no, like, I don't think Laurel had been there.
He violated his chastity. He violated his chastity thing, and he's still because he's like one of the golden boys of the Archbishop. So now he can raise the rent on everyone. Like a fucking idiot.
No, also it's because I don't.
But yeah, so Laurel School.
I don't think Laurel School was there for the whole 50 years. I think Laurel School is. I think
Oliver and I know very well.
Yeah.
Because
but
many cone was had in that area. That shut down. Also, remember the one that we went to before that middle school dance? That one pizza place. Pizza Orgasmica or Pizza Orgasma. Ben. No. It was It was like started with an A.
I thought
it wasn't Pizza Orgasmica. It was the one where all the lamps were heat lamps.
Oh my god, I remember that place. That thing is horrible.
Yeah, that shut down too. But I mean, maybe for good reason.
Yeah, like, no, they had like constant. It was like 105 degrees in there. It was horrible.
And they kept pumping.
They didn't even need an oven to cook the pizza. Pretty much, the pizza was pretty much just melting the cheese on it itself.
It was very hot in there.
Like it was all like red heat lamps. It was horrible. But is Pizza Orgasmica still there? Or is that already shut down?
I don't know actually.
That was they had no joke. They had very good pizza though. But yeah, Toy Boat ice cream is gone. Also, I don't think Laurel School is there for all 50 years of its existence. I think Laurel School is somewhere else as well. Anyway. So coronavirus is affecting small businesses. Places are shutting down, which is pretty sad. Now it's time to move on to we're on our final segment here, the new quarantine media. So, Ben, why don't you start?
Wait. Oh, we didn't talk about fireworks. We didn't talk about
fireworks. Or your other idea, Ben.
But no, we're not going to do a segment on duck penis, Oliver.
Hey, Ben?
Okay. Listen.
Thanks. I got all I want. Ben? I got you to say it. Thank you.
Yeah. God damn it! Anyways.
So I knew what I was walking to when I said it. I got you to do it. All right. Anyway, yeah.
I didn't know that. Across the United States, there have been several, displays of fireworks that happen all the time. Like, my neighbors recently have been shooting off fireworks, and I know the people that are doing it because they post it on their Instagram stories. There's, everybody that's in, public housing over there just, decides to shoot off fireworks, which is totally fine. It's fireworks. Let them fucking celebrate.
Yeah.
And they live really close to my house, so I can hear them. So, but there's, a lot of people that are like, this is psychological warfare. It's the government trying to control our minds with these
what
fireworks.
The fuck? Where do you...
No.
You live in San Francisco, not Tallahassee. What's going on?
Dude, white people are so fucking... Okay, it's literally all... I keep using this term, I'm sorry, but if you could put some reverb on this. White people, what is your... Especially the people that live in cities. They a lot of the times, they're not used to any discomfort. when I was a kid, I had to hear fireworks. I had to hear like lightning strikes. I even heard a few gunshots. That's fucking fine.
Same.
But like, you hear some fireworks one day, and all you're like, oh no, it's fireworks. Oh, sleep deprivation. It's not. You just can't sleep. You're just dumb. Like, it's not a conspiracy or anything. Just fucking cope.
Yeah.
Cope.
Also, Ben,
Yeah, what's up?
can you speak up a little bit?
Yeah, all I'm saying is, you gotta cope.
Yeah.
You need
That's
to
better. That's better. Yeah. thank you.
realize this conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy at all. It's just people
It's being overly sensitive to
celebrating.
fucking fireworks. Yeah.
It's fireworks. Like, even if they do happen every night, which they do, it's not that big of a deal.
Like-
it's fireworks.
Yeah, it's like where I live, it's a pretty common occurrence as well. I live in the middle of... But yeah. Yeah, just deal with it, people.
Yeah, people where it hasn't been happening a lot are like up in arms, like in the sunset, or like especially in the fucking sunset. They're all up in arms, and also
Right.
like St. Francis Wood and shit. Like, people are finally putting out fireworks, and they're like, "No, we can't do that." La, la, la. And it's like, yeah, stupid.
Anyway,
All right, so barring duck penis, we have one last thing to talk about.
quarantine media. Ben,
Quarantine media.
you want to start, and your film choice is very interesting. You want to start?
God damn it, Oliver.
What?
So,
wait, Ben.
I put
What?
that under
What,
TV.
what? Ben, what's up?
So Oliver has this thing where he likes to turn words upside down, so you have to turn around your screen in order to read it. And I actually memorized my quarantine media.
I know you
so
did, Ben.
I,
Ben, Ben, I knew you would. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done that.
all right, so here's what we do first. I have, for my music artists, I have Fatboy Slim.
Although
right?
Ben, I actually did not move the film title. I actually did not change that. That's one thing I actually did not change. I think you must have put it there by accident, because otherwise, what the fuck are you doing with your life if
Yeah,
you're
the
watching
film.
that
No,
film?
it wasn't a film. Trust me, Oliver, it wasn't a film. I'm not that dumb.
This discussion will make sense in a few minutes when Ben gets to that. Anyway, Ben, for your music.
Okay. Yeah, so for my music, I have fucking Fatboy Slim, the Pixies. The Pixies are good. Neon Trees. So I said Neon Trees last time, but
Yes.
I really enjoy their stuff. So I've just been listening to them a lot, and I have a new playlist. I can link it at the end if anyone wants.
Yeah, actually, Ben, send me the link. I'll put it in the description for the video.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Sounds good. Yeah.
Also,
so those are my 3 new musical
I
artists.
think I told you this last time, but like now, actually, instead of like having like it's like I think like in the last few videos, I've been kind of like on and off in terms of like how consistent I am with linking and the description stuff, right? Now I've just got a notes thing on my phone. I'm just going to copy and paste the same links every single time in the description to each video. So now the description should be pretty constant now, which is good.
I sent it to you. Alright, so yeah, those are my musical artists. What about you?
So I've actually been listening to a lot of stuff that I've not listened to in a while, but
Oh, I actually have a question for you on fun, but go ahead.
yeah, okay. Sid Matters, Fun, Billy Joe Armstrong, as in independent from Green Day, Billy Joe Armstrong, as in No Fun Monday stuff. Lindsey Sterling, Henry Mullins. I actually know him. He actually is a friend of mine. Like we went to we went to high school together for 2 years, and he actually has some stuff on iTunes. So yeah, cool. Mating Ritual, Mr. Safety. Spelled that wrong. And Power Rock playlist like normal. Ben, what's your question about fun? Sorry, I spelled fun wrong.
Yeah,
Hold on. Ben, I spelled it wrong. Give me a sec.
Yeah, you're right. Hold up.
There you go. Fixed it. I put the period at the end of it.
All right. So
Fixed.
what songs of theirs do you listen to? Like, do you listen to the whole album?
I just listened to like they've like 2 albums, right? 2 or 3 albums.
3. They have 2 albums and they have 3 hits.
Yeah.
Dude, my favorite song by them is "Why Am I the One." I love that song so much. I
It's
don't know
just
why it doesn't have any more.
also like they're not officially. They're still officially a band. I mean, again,
They're so electronic.
Yeah, I know. Also, here's the thing, right? The reason that they're not like the reason they're on hiatus is literally in the name. It's a band that was created for fun. It was never a serious like super like it was never going to be like a consistent project. It's just them whenever they feel like doing stuff.
Yeah.
But so that's why the band's officially been on hiatus since, what was it, 2013, when the Some Nights album came out, and after that respective tour, I think they've been doing other stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe I'll listen to Maiden Ritual is really good.
Let's talk about games. Let's talk about games, Oliver. You go first.
Far Cry 5 and MLB The Show 20. That's all I've got. The Far Cry 5, I'll talk a little bit about that. So, Far Cry 5, I'd say maybe about just over maybe like I'm getting close to maybe 2/3 of the way into the game, because the way the game works, right, is like you have to take down like these 3 different cult leaders to get to like the one main cult leader, but to get to each cult leader you have to like, I guess, like cause enough destruction and complete enough missions to, like, I guess, level up their, I guess, like get their attention, right? So I've taken down one of the cult leaders. For those listening who know what Far Cry 5 is, I've killed Faith. That was annoying. Boss fight was very, very annoying. Anyway, but it's a very, 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 very fun game, and I've been doing a lot of the hunting. I've enjoyed a lot of. I mean, this game allows you to put a sniper rifle sight on a handgun. It's a lot of fun. It's very ridiculous. It's a lot of fun. I've actually been playing it during this entire podcast as well. But it's a great game. MLB 20 the show.
Speaking of playing things,
yeah, MLB 20 the show has been doing some more of my Giants word of the show, 𝘾𝙤𝙣𝙩𝙖, aka Ben. Do you remember what we called my Giants pitcher? Can I say
Moose
that?
Dick.
Yep.
Moose Dick.
Yep. They actually, so in MLB 20 the show, you can actually choose what the broadcaster announcer will call your character, and there's Dick, which is a nickname, and as well as Moose. Sorry, Dick is not a that's a regular name, but then Moose is a nickname, which I'm assuming is only there because Moose is the nickname of Mike Moustakis, actual baseball player.
Moose Dick.
But yeah, Moose Dick. Anyway, I've been playing a lot of that Road to the Show, a lot of fun. Anyway, Ben, what are your upside down games?
So, Animal Crossing and Legend of Zelda. So these, speaking of things that I've been playing the whole time, I've been playing Animal Crossing this entire time.
I know.
As usual. It's a really fun game to relax to, and you can still be intellectual while doing it. So like,
yep.
I watch podcasts, I do math problems, and I play Animal Crossing at the same fucking time. It's so like, it's great. It's honestly like it's great. Also, Legend of Zelda, I love that game so much. I had 300 hours on it before I.
Do you transfer your save data?
Switch. No, but I didn't want to because I love having a new game. That's actually my favorite part. I've actually been quite sure about this. Are there multiple save slots, or do you only get one? No, there's only one.
Ah,
there's only one save slot.
That's annoying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a new game plus thing on that one, or is there new game plus? Drop.
No.
Oh.
No,
new game plus is like.
It's just if you make.
Yeah, I think it's like most games like new game plus is like. I think games like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I think all the games like Far Cry also tend to have like most like some open world games do, some don't, but it's like you get to like keep all the weapons and keep level, but then you got, and, like all your stuff, but then you get to replay the game from the beginning, and all the enemies are adapted to your whatever level of difficulty you are when you finish the game. And then you also
they have Master Mode, which is kind of like that. The only difference between Master Mode and that is that your weapons aren't better. It's just the enemies are so much stronger.
Yeah, that's like a lot of games have that. Yeah, it's like Far Cry, like Far Cry 5. It's like I think it's like Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's like once you finish the game, like you can restart, but also you can also like save your you can have I think like different not include quick saves, just like normal saves. You can have up to in AC Odyssey. You can have at least like, I think it's like 8 different profiles going at once if you want to. I only have one. I only have one just because I'm afraid I'm gonna accidentally override like my 200+ hour profile with like a 3-hour profile. Also, I've not finished the second level of the Atlantis. I've actually not finished Hades Realm of the Atlantis DLC yet. Anyway, I've not watched any TV or film. Actually, I will be watching Doom Patrol season 2 starts today on HBO Max and DC Universe. So I'm gonna be watching that. Yes, but apart from that,
I put this under.
Ben, I did not actually move that. So if you watch the film, you are a horrible person. If you watch the TV, it's understandable.
It's not. So I've been watching the TV version of Avatar: The Last Airbender. It is very, very good. I love it.
I've watched part of it. I've watched it all previously, like a while ago. Like, I think it's good. It's just it's a bit juvenile for my taste at this point in time. But like I was watching like back when it was like kind of like so like I guess like slightly more relevant, like around the time when it was still on, like that type of stuff, right? Like so on, and that was like still like on air, and it was a really good show. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that being very, very fun.
It still is. It still holds up. Like, it definitely holds up.
It holds up. It definitely holds up. The story is a bit... I feel like sometimes it gets a bit... It feels a bit weird sometimes with the story, but it's definitely a good
predictable.
show.
It's predictable.
Yeah. Like...
Also, the fact that a 14-year-old and a 12-year-old are kind of...
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that here. Speaking of which, have you actually seen the film?
The film, no.
I watched it a while ago because I wanted to do like a bad movie review on it. I did not want to subject honestly, like, I wasn't like a super huge fan of the show, so like I didn't find it as like the world's greatest abomination like most people did. I thought of it as a very, very, very bad film with poor acting and a lot of whitewashing going on and some decent but not great special effects in lots of places. But it was not what I actually even want to do a bad film review on because it was just not worth my time to review it.
Oh boy. That bad, huh? I'm thinking of watching Legend of Korra afterwards.
That's that show is. I will say it right now. It's not as good. It's good. The animation actually is better. But I will say this.
Well, yeah,
it's the story. It falls into a lot of the. It's more modern tropes of just like. It has the first show appealed to a lot of different people. This one is appealing to more of a more like. Streamlined viewer base, I guess, slightly older than the original show. It's still good though, but they didn't obviously the ratings didn't do as well, and I think it's still continuing with comics. I think I don't quite know.
Does it still star the cast of the main characters and stuff?
It's got a very solid cast. I'll say that it was a good show. Yeah. Also, yeah, I mean, everyone made a huge deal about Avatar: Last Airbender on Netflix, but yeah,
it's really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna start watching Doom Patrol season 2 tonight because that came out. The first 3 episodes on HBO Max. I think it's also on DC Universe as well. Probably get HBO Max when I call just because instead of Netflix, just because HBO Max is looking to have a lot of the content that I actually like on it. Yeah. Either I might just do a free trial of HBO Max just to watch the Snyder cut of Justice League when it comes out because that's what platform we're listening on next year. Anyway.
Okay.
All right, so that's been the Waste Time podcast with some technical difficulties in the middle there, but we made it through 10 episodes. It's been great. I think this is probably one of my favorite ones we've actually done. It's been a lot of fun. Anyway, Ben, anything else you want to say before we leave?
Yeah, so pretty much anything you normally use as a love song to a 243-year-old shriveled Canadian woman, send to Jenkins123jenkins123@gmail.com. That's right, Jenkins123jenkins123@gmail.com. When Oliver was talking about this, he wanted to change that to George Washington, and no, he didn't want to change it. He just said George Washington, and I said, hey,
I actually
he's not a 243-year-old Canadian woman, and he said he could be.
Again, we have that set up as a format on our slide, and we just fill in the blank every week. Or, Ben, did you add a bunch of random spacing and delete some of the kerning on this one, or is it just like that permanently now?
No, it's just normal. It's exactly like that normally.
Anything-inging. Pretty much anything-inging. I messed up with the type on the original format. Anyway.
Love song to a 243-year-old shriveled Canadian woman. It doesn't have to be that, but just don't
send us more viewer mail like this. This week's viewer mail was really, really fun. I really enjoyed that. While the sausage site one was interesting, this one I think was one that was much more, I guess, actually enjoyable to do as a topic. Because I didn't have to censor myself heavily this time. Anyway, thank you for watching, and good night.